Good morning, students. Welcome to today's maths class. So we have been discussing about chapter 5, natural numbers and whole numbers. In that last day we discussed properties for addition of whole numbers. First property, it was closure property. If x and y are two whole numbers, then x plus y is also a whole number. That is closure property. When we add two whole numbers, the result we will get a whole number only. Okay. Second property, it was commutative property or commutativity. That means if x and y are two whole numbers, then x plus y equal to y plus x. That means sum of whole number is said to be closed for addition because the sum remains the same. Whatever be the order of addition, the sum remains the same. Okay, that is commutative property or commutativity. Now third property, it was associative property or associativity. That means for any three whole numbers x, y and z, x plus y plus z equal to x plus y plus z. That means if we take three whole numbers and we are we are first finding the sum of any two whole numbers, then third number is added to that sum. So whatever be in whatever order we take the numbers, the sum remains the same. That is associative property. Okay. Now next property, it is existence of identity or additive identity. So according to this property, for any whole number x, x plus 0 equal to 0 plus x. Okay, let us take one example. Let us take the whole number 3. 3 plus 0 we will get 3. 0 plus 3 also we will get 3. Okay, that means the sum of a whole number and whole number 0, it will be that whole number itself. Okay, if we take any whole number you can take, the sum of any whole number plus 0, you will get that whole number only as answer. Okay, so we can say that the whole number 0 is called the additive identity element for addition. Because on adding 0 to any whole number, you will get that whole number only as answer. That number itself you will get the answer. So we can say that whole number 0 is called the identity element, additive identity element for addition. In your textbook, an example is given for whole number 8. If we are taking whole number 8, 8 plus 0 you will get 8, 0 plus 8 also you will get 8. That is 8 plus 0 equal to 0 plus 8. Okay. Fifth property, additive inverse. If the sum of two whole numbers is 0, then the two numbers are additive inverse of each other. So, what is additive inverse? If the sum of two whole numbers is 0 means, we can say that two numbers are additive inverse of each other. Let us take example. Let m and n be two whole numbers. Okay, two whole numbers. Let us take m and n. So, if m plus n, that means sum of these two whole number equal to 0, then what we can say? M is the additive inverse of n. Okay, m is the additive inverse of n and also n is the additive inverse of m. That means m and n are additive inverse of each other. If the sum of two whole numbers is 0 means, we can say that they are additive inverse of each other. Okay, so let us take one whole number 3. In case of 3, 3 plus minus 3 only you will get 0. Okay, let us take another whole number 55. 55 plus minus 55 only you will get 0. But here we can't say that minus 3 is the additive inverse of 3. Also minus 55 is not the additive inverse of 55. What is the reason? Because minus 3 and minus 55 are not whole numbers. ഇവിടെ ഏതൊരു ഹോൾ നമ്പർ എടുത്താലും നമ്മളിപ്പോൾ എക്സാമ്പിൾ എടുക്കുന്നത് 3 ആണ്. ഇവിടെ 3 + -3 നമുക്ക് 0 കിട്ടും. 3 + -3 the answer you will get 0. Similarly 55 + -55 we will get a 0. ഓക്കെ, ബട്ട് -3 എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് 3യുടെ അഡിറ്റീവ് ഇൻവേഴ്സ് ആവില്ല. The reason is -3 is not a whole number. Okay, similarly -55 എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് 55ൻ്റെ അഡിറ്റീവ് ഇൻവേഴ്സ് ആവില്ല, കാരണം -55 ഒരു ഹോൾ നമ്പർ അല്ല. ഓക്കെ, ഇൻ കേസ് ഓഫ് 0 + 0 = 0. Okay, 0 + 0 = 0. Therefore we can say that the additive inverse of 0 is 0 itself. ഓക്കെ, 0 + 0 എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമുക്ക് 0 തന്നെ ആൻസർ കിട്ടാം. അതുകൊണ്ട് നമുക്ക് എന്ത് പറയാം? 0 ഈസ് ദ അഡിറ്റീവ് ഇൻവേഴ്സ് ഓഫ് 0. 0ൻ്റെ അഡിറ്റീവ് ഇൻവേഴ്സ് ഏത് തന്നെയാണ്? 0 തന്നെയാണ്. ഓക്കെ, ബട്ട് ഇഫ് യു ടേക്ക് എനി ഹോൾ നമ്പർ അതർ ദാൻ 0, ലെറ്റ് us take 99. 99 + -99 only you will get 0. But -99 is not the additive inverse of 99. 0 ഒഴികെ വേറെ ഏതൊരു ഹോൾ നമ്പർ എടുത്താലും ആ ഹോൾ നമ്പറിൻ്റെ ഒപ്പം അതിൻ്റെ നെഗറ്റീവ് ആഡ് ചെയ്താലാണ് നമുക്ക് 0 കിട്ടുക, ആൻസർ സമ്മ് 0 കിട്ടാം. ഓക്കെ, ബട്ട് -99നെ നമുക്കൊരു ഹോൾ നമ്പർ അല്ല, ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് നോട്ട് എ ഹോൾ നമ്പർ. സോ അതിനെ അഡിറ്റീവ് ഇൻവേഴ്സ് ആയിട്ട് കൺസിഡർ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല. -99 ഈസ് നോട്ട് ദ അഡിറ്റീവ് ഇൻവേഴ്സ് ഓഫ് 99. ഇവിടെ ഒരു ഹോൾ നമ്പർ ആണ് നമുക്ക് കിട്ടിയെങ്കിൽ വി ക്യാൻ സേ ദാറ്റ് ദേ ആർ അഡിറ്റീവ് ഇൻവേഴ്സ് ഓഫ് ഈച്ച് അതർ എന്ന് പറയാം. -99 it is not a whole number, so we can't say that -99 is the additive inverse of 99. ഓക്കെ, ഇതൊരു നെഗറ്റീവ് നമ്പർ ആയതുകൊണ്ട് അഡിറ്റീവ് ഇൻവേഴ്സ് ആണെന്ന് പറയാൻ പറ്റില്ല. So what are the two conditions for additive inverse? The two numbers should be whole numbers and the sum of that two numbers should be 0. Okay, two conditions for additive inverse is the numbers should be whole number and their sum should be 0. That are the two conditions for additive inverse. Okay. Now sixth property, cancellation law of addition. So here we are taking three whole numbers x, y and z. And it is given like this: x + y = x + z. That means the whole number x, it is added on both sides of the equation. Here you can see x is added on both sides of the equation. So in that case we can cancel x from both sides. ഒരു ഇക്വേഷനിൽ ദ സെയിം ഹോൾ നമ്പർ ഇക്വേഷൻ്റെ രണ്ട് ഭാഗത്തും ആഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ വി ക്യാൻ ക്യാൻസൽ ദാറ്റ് നമ്പർ. ആ നമ്പറിനെ നമുക്ക് ഇക്വേഷൻ്റെ രണ്ട് ഭാഗത്തു നിന്നും ക്യാൻസൽ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. ഓക്കെ, ദ സെയിം നമ്പർ ഇക്വേഷൻ്റെ രണ്ട് ഭാഗത്തും ആഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് ആ നമ്പറിനെ ക്യാൻസൽ ചെയ്യാം. ആൻഡ് വി ക്യാൻ റൈറ്റ് y = z. This is cancellation law of addition. Okay, let us take another example. A, B and C. We are taking three whole numbers A, B and C. Now it is given like this: a + b = a + c. So what we can do? A, the whole number A is added on both sides. So we can cancel A from both sides and we can write b = c. This is cancellation law of addition. Okay. Third example, x + 8 = 5 + 8. So here you can see 8 is added on both sides of the equation. So what we can do? We can cancel 8 from both sides. And we can write x = 5. Okay. So we discussed 6 properties for addition of rational numbers. Now let us do exercise 5a. Fill in the blanks. Smallest natural number. We know it is 1. Smallest natural number is 1. Smallest whole number is 0. Whole number starts from 0, so smallest whole number is 0. Now largest natural number is not possible to find. We don't know that which is the largest natural number. Similarly, largest whole number is not possible to find. Okay. Fifth one, all natural numbers are whole numbers. Any natural number you take, that will be a whole number also. Okay, so all natural numbers are whole numbers. Sixth one, all whole numbers are not natural number. What is the reason? If we take a 0, 0 is a whole number, but 0 is not a natural number. Okay, that is the reason. All whole numbers are not natural numbers. Seventh one, successor of 4099. How you can find successor? Just add 1 to that. Okay, successor of 4099, adding 1 to that, you will get 4100. That is the answer. Predecessor of 4330. How you can find? Just subtract 1 from this. 4330 minus 1. You will get 4329. So that will be the answer. Okay. Now second one. Represent the following whole numbers on a number line. 0, 3, 5, 8 and 10. So this is the number line representing that whole numbers. Okay. The whole number line of a whole number starts from 0. Don't put arrow sign on the left side. The number line of a whole number starts from 0. At equal distances you can mark these numbers. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, etc. You can mark at equal distances. Okay, use scale. Now you can start marking 0. You can mark like this by putting a small cross. Okay, now this is 3, this is 5, this is 8 and this is 10. Okay, you have to mark on the number line these whole numbers 0, 3, 5, 8 and 10. So you can do like this. Okay, and remember a number whole numbers number line. It will have arrow on right side only. Right side you have to put arrow mark, but on the left side don't put arrow mark because left end it is fixed 0. A whole number starts from 0 only. That's why. Okay. Now fourth question, fill in the blanks. First one, 54 plus 234 equal to 234 plus in the blank 54 will come. This is commutative property. 54 plus 234 equal to 234 plus 54. Okay. Second one, 332 plus 497 will be equal to 497 plus 332. Commutative property. Third one, 286 plus 0. You will get 286 only. Additive identity. That property. Fourth one, 286 into 1. You will get 286. Okay. Now fifth one, a plus b plus c equal to a plus dash plus c. So here what will come? It is b. This is associative property. A plus b plus c equal to a plus b plus c. Okay. Now fifth question, by rearranging the given numbers, evaluate. In that first one, 237 plus 308 plus 163. So here we have to rearrange the numbers. So let us group together 237 and 163. Okay, let us find their sum first, and to that let us add the third number 308. So 237 plus 163, you will get 400. Okay, so we have to group the numbers such that their sum will end in zeros. നമ്മൾ നമ്പേഴ്സ് ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് എങ്ങനെയാണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ അത് ആഡ് ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ സീറോസിൽ വെച്ച് എൻഡ് ചെയ്യുന്ന നമ്പർ ആയിരിക്കും ആൻസർ കിട്ടുക. ഓക്കെ, സോ 400 പ്ലസ് 308, വാട്ട് യു വിൽ ഗെറ്റ്? ഇറ്റ് ഈസ് 708. Okay, in that second one, 162 plus 253 plus 338 plus 47. So here how can we group? 162 and 338 we can group together. 162 plus 338. Okay, you can find that by seeing the units place digit 2 plus 8, you will get 10. Okay, in that way we can select numbers. Plus now 253 and 47 we can group together. 3 plus 7, 10. Okay, so like that, by seeing the units place digit, we can group the numbers. Now what is 162 plus 338? It is 500. Plus 253 plus 47, it is 300. What is 500 plus 300? You will get 800. Okay. In that third one, 21 plus 22 plus 23 plus 24 plus 25 plus 75 plus 76 plus 77 plus 78 plus 79. So we have to rearrange the numbers first. 21 and 79 we can group together. 1 plus 9, 10. Okay. Units place digit. It is 1 here, 9 here. 1 plus 9 you will get 10. So that we can group together. Next, 22 and 78. Here you can see 2 plus 8 you will get 10 only. Okay, units place digit, it is 2 and 8. 2 plus 8 is 10. So that 2 we can group. Now 23 and 77 we can group. 24 and 76 we can group. Now last 25 and 75 we can group. Okay. 21 plus 79, it is 100, plus 22 plus 78 is also 100, plus 23 plus 77 is 100, plus 24 plus 76 is 100, plus 25 plus 75 is 100. Okay, now on adding these 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100 plus 100, you will get a 500 as answer. Okay, now sixth one is a plus b plus c equal to a plus b plus c equal to b plus a plus c. You have to write whether this is correct or not. Okay, so here it is the addition of three whole numbers a, b and c. Okay, that is a plus b plus c. So how can you find the sum of three whole number? Either we can do like this. First, let us write a and b plus c we can put in bracket. That means first finding the sum of b and c, then to that sum let us add a. We will get the answer. Or what is the other method? First find the sum of a plus b and then we can add the third number c to that sum. Okay, this is associative property actually. In both ways we can find the answer. Now here, in place of this a plus b, using commutative property, we can write it as b plus a also. A plus b equal to b plus a. By commutative property, we can write like this. Okay, plus c. This is also correct. Okay, for finding this sum of a plus b plus c, we can use a plus b plus c or b plus a plus c. Okay, that is given here. Whether these are equal, a plus b plus c equal to a plus b plus c equal to b plus a plus c. So they are equal. S is the answer. Okay. Seventh one, which property of addition is satisfied by? In that first one, 8 plus 7 equal to 50. So here, on adding two whole numbers, you get a whole number as answer. So this is closure property. 8 and 7 are whole numbers. On adding that to whole number, you get another whole number 15 as answer. So this is closure property. Okay. Second one, 3 plus 5 plus 4 equal to 3 plus 5 plus 4. Very simple. You know this. It is associative property. A plus b plus c equal to a plus b plus c. Okay. This is associative property. Now third one, 8 into 8 plus 0 equal to 8 into 8 plus 8 into 0. Actually, this is a new property. 8 into 8 plus 0. How you can find the answer? You can multiply this 8 with all the numbers inside the bracket. ഈ 8നെ ഔട്ട്സൈഡ് കിടക്കുന്ന 8നെ ബ്രാക്കറ്റിൻ്റെ ഉള്ളിലുള്ള നമ്പേഴ്സുമായിട്ട് മൾട്ടിപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യാം. Okay, so 8 into 8 first. 8 into 8. Now here it is plus sign. So put plus sign here. Okay. Next 8 you can multiply with 0. Next number. So 8 into 0. Okay. This property is called distributive property. Distributivity. You can write like this. Distributivity for multiplication over addition. This is the property used here. Okay, 8. This 8 is multiplied with all the numbers inside the bracket and that products are added here. So this property is distributivity for multiplication over addition. Okay. In that fourth one, 7 plus 6 into 10 equal to 7 into 10 plus 6 into 10. So this is also distributive for multiplication over addition. You can see here 10 is multiplied with all the numbers inside the bracket. 10 into 7 plus 10 into 6 or 7 into 10. We can write like that also. 7 into 10 and 10 into 7, they are the same. Okay, 7 into 10 plus 6 into 10. So this is also distributivity for multiplication over addition. Okay. In that fifth one, 15 minus 12 into 18 equal to 15 into 18 minus 12 into 18. So here also you can see this 18 is multiplied with all the numbers inside the bracket and they are subtracted. Here it is subtraction sign. So here the products are subtracted. Okay, that is 18 into 15 or 15 into 18 minus 18 into 12 or 12 into 18. Okay, so this property is distributivity for multiplication over subtraction. Okay, here the sign is minus, so over subtraction you can write. Okay, now sixth one, 16 plus 0 equal to 16. So we know that when 0 is added to any whole number, you will get that whole number as answer. This is existence of additive identity. Okay, or you can just write additive identity. Existence of additive identities, it is that property. Now seventh one, 23 plus minus 23 equal to 0. It is existence of inverse, additive inverse. You just write additive inverse. Okay. So remaining all problems of this exercise you can do as homework. So this much for this class. Thank you.